Every single thing is looking like a miracle for Imade because Davido has seen a very good opportunity that he is going to take, and this doesn't involve him and Sophia MOMODU getting into any sort of argument. No, he is willing to do it for who? He is willing to do it for Imade because he has seen all the things that has gone on between Imade and the rest of his people, and he has seen that all of these things might actually go ahead and put him in trouble. So he has not extended his hand to Sophia MOMODU saying that he is ready to deal with whatever she wants. No, Davido is willing to take huge steps just to ensure that all of the things that he's busy doing, all of his plannings from the beginning to the end, happens the way he wants it to happen. Of course, things are really getting sticky for Davido and his family as well, but that doesn't mean he can't go ahead and do exactly he pleases. Of course, everybody in his household understands that his life with Sophia MOMODU is a really drastic one. Nobody's even willing to put mouth in that matter because they don't want to get into Sophia MOMODU's place, whereas they start dragging for who comes first, who comes last, so many things like that. And it's becoming an issue for Davido because Davido cannot even settle down and think of a better way he should handle this. He can't even settle down and think of ways that he can go ahead and say, okay, this is what I want to do for the time being. How am I going to react to it? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? That is the mentality for all of this. But as it seems now, even Sophia MOMODU is hoping to see that Davido himself doesn't do anything at all. That is what exactly she's hoping. I mean, she has said that the only way that she can stay with, she can keep her deal in all of these things is trying to figure out a way that all her family members, including the Alelekes, don't allow her to do what exactly she wants. That is what she's busy looking for. And it has become a problem for her. It has really become a problem for her. All of these things happening in the life of Davido is just because of he doesn't want to retaliate to the fact that Sophia MOMODU is taking this Imade thing very far. And he knows that Sophia MOMODU herself knows what exactly is going on. But if you talk, Sophia MOMODU will carry all the case. She say it's a lie. Davido is saying this against her. Davido is saying that against her. But the case is a whole lot different than what exactly she's saying. And obviously she understands it. But for her to go ahead and say the truth, she's not willing to do that. For her to go ahead and say the main truth, she's not willing to do that at all. Because she feels like as if she goes ahead and figure out what exactly she wants, then it is going to be quite a problem for her. It is going to be real problems for her. Even though people around her are saying that, Davido cannot go ahead and take Imade from her. Well, you guys may be wrong. Because whatever Davido is planning to do must surely work this time. As we all know, Imade's birthday is coming up soon. And it is not just something that Davido will sit and watch like that. No. Davido has already passed that stage. Davido has passed that stage of sitting down and watching. Now is the time for him to do what? Now is the time for him to react. Now is the time for him to open his eyes. Now is the time for him to start doing what exactly he pleases or what exactly he thinks is going to be right. Because this Sophia MOMODU, as we have seen her, she's not willing to do anything at all to leave Imade. And that is how it is. She herself knows that if anything wants to happen at all, let it happen. But giving Davido Imade, that is the last thing she will ever even think of. That is the last thing she will ever dream of it happening. She understands that Davido can go ahead and take Imade from her, get all of these things sorted out, but she's not willing to settle for that. She is not willing to settle for that. She understands all of the conditions guiding all of that. She understands every single thing, but for her to agree to that, that is where the problem is. That is where exactly the problem is. I mean, she has the mindset, she has the capacity of doing whatever Davido wants. But for her to do it, for her to go ahead and do it, that is where everybody has seen it that, this Sophia MOMODU truly, she is not that kind of person. She is not that kind of person that can settle for less. And as it is, Davido has put in work just to ensure that his relationship with Imade stays as strong as he can. Now, Imade's birthday is coming up, and most of the people are expecting him to go ahead and do the unthinkable. Take things into his own hands, find out what he needs to do. But in reality, Davido is planning something huge for Imade. It's not just something that will put Imade in trouble or something like that. No. It's not just that he is planning to take her away just like that. No, but he is planning to put in that much effort so that Imade can go ahead and realize that all the things that have been happening in her life, it's not that Davido is a bad person. No. That is not the situation. That is not the thing. Davido is now trying to make it look and trying to make Imade know that all of the things that she's busy doing and all of the things that Davido has put in work into is just because of her. He is planning every single thing in his own life just to make sure that the life of Imade is as good as it gets. Just to make sure in his life that the life of Imade is as better as he can even think of it. Things like this are really happening, and Davido needs to figure out ways that he could actually help himself. Of course, nobody said it's going to be that easy. Of course, nobody said it is going to be easy as it is for Davido or even for Imade or even for his family. But still, everybody is still figuring out what exactly they need to do. Everybody is still figuring out, if exactly people are around him, how is Davido going to react to all of this? How is Davido going to find out and make sure that he brings Imade home? Well, the job is to Davido, because Davido needs to put as much effort as he's putting now, because it is not going to be easy as it is. If Davido is willing to fight this battle, he's not fighting it alone, and that is true. That is real true. He's not fighting this battle alone. What he needs to do is to figure out a way that the Sophia MOMODU that he's always fighting against, he doesn't have to fight the same thing over and over again. He needs to improve in his mentality. He needs to improve in all that he's doing. Instead of sitting down and watching what Sophia MOMODU might end up doing, he needs to stand up from where he is and work to whatever he's planning to do and make sure that it comes to pass. That is the work that he's meant to be putting in. That is what he's meant to be going through and figuring out how exactly, what exactly is the next stage? What exactly can he do? How exactly is he going to do this? What exactly is going to happen to him? So many things like this are happening in his life that he needs to figure out what he needs to do at this early stage, because if he doesn't, he himself is going to realize that all the things that he has ever wished for might just come crashing down. That is how it is. And he's aware of it. He is totally aware of it. He understands the consequences behind what he's doing. And I'm not sure if he's willing to sit down and watch all of these people take control. I'm not even sure whether that is what he's planning for, because all the times that he has been with Imade has been joyous moments. It has been joyous moment. I mean, he has done everything in his power just to ensure that the people around him understand what he needs, understand how exactly he's seeing all of these things, understands that he's willing to go an extra mile just to figure out what exactly he needs to do with Imade. He needs to stay with Imade. Imade needs to be as close as she is to any other person. Let's forget Sophia MOMODU entirely. Let's forget Sophia MOMODU. She needs to be as close to Davido as anybody could ever imagine. And that is what Davido is working for. This her birthday celebration now. It should not just be something that Davido should just pull out of the block or do anything that he needs to do or figure out what exactly he always do before, send money to Sophia, then they will sort out themselves. No, let this birthday be different. If he's willing to go ahead and fight for this custody battle, or when Imade gets older, when she needs to choose, let this birthday make a difference. It is the only one that can go ahead and make a difference in the life of Imade. It's true, we understand that even what Imade has been doing right from the very beginning has been very awful. Imade has been trying her best to try and get Davido and also her mother together. At least when a child is in between the relationship, there is meant to be changes. Sophia MOMODU is aware, but is Sophia MOMODU allowing that happen? That is where the problem is. That is another problem in question. If Sophia MOMODU is willing to allow that happen, then she is meant to go ahead and figure out what exactly she can do, or how exactly she can do it, or when exactly she can do all of these things. But you see, Sophia is not willing to say Davido should go ahead and take over Imade, take custody of Imade. She's willing to stand by Imade, but not just little gestures. Yes, little gestures make true meaning in somebody's life. But it's Imade's birthday celebration. This Imade's birthday celebration that is coming up, Davido is meant to take that initiative and say, I'm not meant to take all of these things as small as it is now. Now what I need is that I need this to go up. Let everybody understand what he needs to do. And that is what his aim is about to be. Because when his aim is that, he can now figure out if at all Imade, when she grows up and the custody case begins, she'll be willing to come with him or not. Okay, guys, don't forget to drop your comment at the comment section till we come your way again. Goodbye and peace out.